Hey Sharon, good morning. How you doing today?
Great.
Say a few words for our fans out there. I'm heading to Chicago. Any words of wisdom for our friends out there watching this video?
Enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
And learn as much as you can.
Absolutely. Love you, Sharon.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, looks like there could be a little line here.
Oh, yeah. See, the other door's open.
So all the doors are open. I don't know why. Perhaps I'll die. As we walk in to get money, folks, here we go. Bob Spyro here with 4MLM Pros team, part of the Prosperity team. Look at all these people. These are the future millionaires of America, folks. Wow.
I think, was it you?
Are we recording? Looks like we're live tonight. Just made it to the Get Money event. It's Bob Spyro with the Prosperity team out of Boston, Massachusetts. If you're watching this video, you're in the right place at the right time with the right people. Check out what's going on here. They're doing a little security check here, and I don't blame them with everything that's been going on. But we're here to help people get money. That's what it's all about.
I like money.
Yeah?
Oh, you can say fine.
Okay, thank you, officer. Any idea what the Prosperity team hangout is? Well, we'll find it. Got to be around here someplace. All we are is looking for leaders out here. They're here, they're everywhere. This is the Get Money event live from Chicago. Bob Spyro narrating. Looking for some of the top dogs here around in Power Network. We don't know where they are, but they've got to be here someplace. I believe the Prosperity team has a big meeting going on. There's probably 1,000 of us on the team out of the 4,000 here. But it doesn't appear that we're down here. So what we got to do is reconnoiter and head on upstairs to what's going on. Okay, let's see. The event schedule. Okay. Pretty interesting. I bet it's upstairs, huh? Here we go. Upstairs, folks, where the action is. Let's see what's going on. That's the lobby. The events of the century is supposed to start in about 40 minutes. We're here a little bit early, looking for that special Prosperity team. You know, they're all over the place here. This is what it looks like. This is what's happening. The all-in team. The different brandings that are going on here. It's just simply, totally awesome. So we're going to take a break now, and we'll be resuming right after the action. It's Bob Spyro here at the Prosperity team. 4MLM Pros. Why not you? Why not now? Why not this? Bye-bye for now. Looks like we're recording again. We're down in the main studio up in the balcony. This is early on in the Get Money out of Chicago. April of 2013. Where will you be next year if you keep doing what you're doing now? If you're ready for a change? Take the challenge. The 3 simple step core process to getting money just by simply following the 8 core principles, blogging daily, telling others, and getting paid. We'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.
Look at this room. I don't know. Did you capture all these stories?
I mean, can you feel the energy in here?
Wow. He just literally joined, went all in right from the beginning, just because he wanted to listen and follow people who are already successful, and he didn't let his disability stop him and say, oh, I can't make money, I can't see. You know, that's powerful. That story is going to move mountains, because there's a lot of other people that, you know, have excuses, and they accept their excuses. Then they see his story, and you shatter all excuses. No excuses ever. Powerful.
And you can do the same thing too. We're reaching out for you. We're looking for you. If you're looking for us, all we're doing is extending a hand. That's all we're doing. If you want to take that hand and come with us, we're going to take you to where you want to be. Because you deserve to be there. Your family Lost the shirt? I keep listening, man. I got you.
Yeah, the true liberator.
Oh, yeah. Alan, you're killing me, dog.
Not mine.
Maybe it's not, because yours is a little bit wider.
Yo, I got mine. I got mine in my pocket. Yeah. Somebody lost that.
You have an iPhone, bro?
No. I gave
And we're rolling again. It's Bob here at the Get Money event in Chicago, just before the first event. And I wanted you to bring over here, show you what's going on with the Prosperity team. They've got all the goodies over here. They've got, the Open Network. We've got to go down one more team. You see, there's a lot of teams here, so you got to be out here next event and bring your team. That's the whole secret here. You know, you show up at events, you follow the 8 core commitments, you blog daily, tell others, and get checks. It's that simple. There are a few things we do in the middle, but that's what they teach us here. We had to sign a non-disclosure agreement for the training we're about to get. The people that follow the system and share one viral blogging system a day for 90 days is your road to $10,000 a month. Why not you? Why not now? Why not this? So, greetings from the Get Money event here in Chicago. We have a lot of the top leaders here talking about what's going to happen. And if you can master these skills and principles, they will set you free. Let's see what they're saying.
We do it with faith, and most of all, when we get all in and make no excuses, then that is how we are going to make it. The fact is that no matter who we are, whether we have a disability or not, no matter what our income level may be, we can all make excuses and say, well, gosh, I'd like to get all in once I see it works. I'd like to get all in once I learn more about it, or maybe I need to work on a few circumstances. No, absolutely not. If you are serious about making money online, and if you are serious about changing your life for the better on a long-term basis, then the thing to do is set aside all the excuses, not be a wussy, and doggone it, get all in!
Did I get it? Live from the Actor Theater. Get Money event. David Sharp.
You say yeah. And when Wood points down here, y'all say what? Are y'all saying yeah? Let's do a little test here real quick. Ready?
Damn, that was loud.
Chicago comedy sensation and a gangster in his own right. Please put your hands together for Dave.
Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Hey, give that guy a round of applause.
David Sharp. All right.
What's up, man? Hey, one more time. Get
Money!
Hold on. When I point up there, man, that's money down here. Okay?
Curveball.
Aaron, I want to just give you just some love real quick. Guys, if you can imagine, and I just want you to think about this here for a second. I mean, think about putting up with Dave and I's shit all the time. I mean, you guys come and can deal with us here for a weekend, right? And then you've got to take off. But think about dealing with it all the time. I mean, honestly. Give our women a round of applause. Ashley's around here somewhere. God bless her soul. I know my woman. I was telling the story the other night. I'm probably not going to tell too much of it. I'll probably only talk here for about 3 hours. And then Dave's going to come out and do another. Well, he'll do 5 hours. So hopefully you guys are prepared to be here past midnight. It's flooding anyways and snowing, so I mean, where do you really got to go anyways, honestly? So, I'm looking here too. I'm very distractible, ADD as hell. Laura Parrish, give it up. How about Nicole Cooper? Mix in some new blood. We wanted to get some new stories up here because I think the truth of the matter is people think that it's just Toby and Layla and the Raskins and Mike and Adam and Vic, what do you make another $700,000 in another? Oh, what do you do it in 6 seconds this time? But the truth is that we were over here at that leadership meeting. Who was over at the leadership meeting? About being a leader here at Empower. Is there a lifestyle that's any better than that, honestly, out there? Is there hold on a second, because I don't know. No? I'm trying to tell y'all, I haven't seen it anywhere, or else I'd be there. I mean, honestly, Dave and I would make more money as affiliates than as owning the company. I'll get to that here in a second, but back to Aaron here. I'm kind of open loopy, if you know what I mean. I just jump from story to story to story to story. But I remember when I got started, I had been clean for a couple of years, and I knew that I had a bigger purpose, similar to what some of the speakers shared with you tonight. And I knew I had a bigger purpose. I didn't know how I was going to get out there and make an impact. And I can relate to what Laura said a lot, because I remember a time in my life when I didn't think that I had anything useful to say. And I did. I can remember a time when I did not think that anything coming out of my mouth was going to make an impact on anybody, right? And now we have people from halfway around the world, right? Greg, good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Cool. I just like, kind of seeing people. It's like a family reunion, honestly, when we come here. It's like, here's one thing that I learned, is that you can't pick your family, but you damn sure can pick your friends, right? And, I don't know about you, but I got some crazy-ass family at home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe one of you in here, and I did mean one, has like the perfect family, right? But I mean, the majority of us just have, crazy aunt, or she's going, oh God, boy, let me tell you, right? But the truth of the matter is not only can you pick your friends, but you can also pick who you decide to work with. And I was just talking to Nicole Cooper's husband, Cooper, right? Right here in the front row, and it's so cool because where you go in life is in direct proportion to the people that you keep around you. It is. I mean, go and try to make an impact with a bunch of losers, right? Because here's what I learned, is that people are going to drag you down a lot faster than you're going to bring them up, right? So, back to Aaron, right? I remember when I got started, I wanted to make an impact, right? I wanted to make a difference. I was swinging a hammer on a construction site, and this guy named John came up, and he's like, dude, you got to take a look at this deal. And I was so negative, right? I was like, dude, I just don't have time. I got to get back to, swinging a hammer, and I got to get this $500 or whatever I was going to make from this construction job. And he came back like every day. Have you ever seen the guy, or maybe even, if you're honest, been the guy who just won't give up? It's like you cold call the guy 10 times, he says no, and you're just as pumped up about number 11. You know what I'm saying? That's what this guy was. This guy was just as pumped up for me to shut his butt down for like the 10th time. But it was something about that 10th time he came back, and thank God he did, because I finally said yes, right? And I went and took the money from that construction job, and I got involved in that business. And unfortunately, and one of the reasons why we started this company was because I was in 2 companies before this that I had big teams, and the company owners broke a fingernail and decided to shut the door down. But, you know, Aaron, when the first company shut down, I was putting, and you remember, honey, putting magnets on the side of this old 1990 Ford F-150 that I drove around. And if you can imagine me, and you probably can, it's not hard, I look homeless still, but if you can imagine me driving around in an old 1990 Ford F-150 with the magnets on the cars, now we would be getting ready to go somewhere, and I would see that the magnet wasn't on the truck, so I'd run back in the house to get the magnet, and I'd bring it out, kind of hiding it behind my back because I didn't want her to see, and my daughter both roll their eyes going, please don't put this freaking magnet. But I'd slap it on, and we'd pull up to the light somewhere, and I'd be so proud, hoping that somebody saw my advertisement, and they'd go, oh, hoping that they didn't catch whatever I had. You know what I'm saying? But when that company shut down, right, I was on the computer, she owned a computer, I didn't at that time, and guys, this was just a few years ago. So I want you to really think, and I'm going to tell a couple of more stories here over the course of this weekend that's really going to, as well as the stories that are told up here on stage, that I think is really going to open your eyes to how possible it is for things to change quickly in your life. To change quickly. Like within a weekend. Like within a decision. Right? So, Erin saw that I had a dream that was even bigger than I knew. And she let me use her credit card. Now, she's always had, like, perfect credit. You know? It's like 1,800. You know? And she let me use her. Now, this was kind of a risk a little bit, too. A guy like me, your credit card, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she was nervous, and I don't blame her, right? So, she let me use her credit card to go and buy a computer, and that's how I got started on the internet, right? That was just, I think, something like 3-ish years ago, right, baby? Now, the cool thing is I paid that debt off, right? I paid that debt off. Yeah, it's okay. Clap it up for a guy like me paying a debt like that off. That was probably one of the most important bills that I ever paid, right? Because that's when I had made a decision. Now, back to changing quickly. Do you know that you don't learn slowly? Do you know that you learn quickly? I want you to imagine, have you ever seen those cartoon books that they draw the little pictures and they just flip through the pages and you're able to see? That's how they actually make cartoons. Now I want you to imagine if I drew, which I can't draw, but let's just say I did, drew that picture on 100 different pages and gave it to you over the course of 1 year and you tried to decipher what that message was. I want you to think about it if you could. Most likely you'd say, why are you handing me the same piece of paper over and over and over again? Because as you don't learn slowly, you learn quickly. You learn in an instant, right? I made a decision in an instant, and it changed my life, okay? Same thing happens with change. It happens quickly. So I want you to be aware of that this weekend, that in an instant, change happens. Right? And it's either change for good or it's change for bad. You're going to leave here a different person, right? It's on you to decide how you want to leave this event. Now, I'm supposed to be up here talking about how we just hit 120,000 members inside of the Power Network, but I decided to go on a rant because I thought that that was more important, because here's the truth, right? Here's the truth. 120,000 members inside of the Power Network, compared to what we're going to do here in the future, is like a pimple on the freckle of a gnat's ass. Guys, that's small, right? That's tiny. Not even the freckle, but the pimple on a freckle of a gnat's ass, right? So, I mean, really, I think that we should celebrate 120,000 new customers. I do. But what I think that we should celebrate even more is the next 120,000. Right? getting started. Okay? We're just getting started. Now, I said something in Austin, and so did Dave, right? And Dave, if you're back there, if you want to come out, we're about to get crazy up in here, if you know what I mean. Right? I said something in Austin, and it was several things. I said like a million things, right? I mean, obviously. But what I said in Austin is, if you do what we tell you to do, we're going to do our best, everything that we can to get you on stage, right? Did I say that? Yeah. Did I say that? Yeah. You guys remember me saying that? Yeah. I have a goal tonight, is to get as many of you as I possibly can on stage, right? Because I believe in Power Network is not about the big wins. I don't think it's about the 120,000 customers. I don't think it's about the VIX making 700,000 in, I don't think it was 6 seconds. I think it was 5. I think it was 5. It's not about Tony Rush being financially just basically, in a rut, right? I see your son sitting there, so I'm trying to keep it clean. Being in a rut, Tony and Jessica being in a rut 15 months ago, and he just passed $1 million in commission. And you know what? There's a few that are right behind them. And I see several of them right here. Aaron and Sophia, okay? Lawrence is just about... Now, I want you to think about Lawrence for a second. This is a guy who just 15 months ago thought $12,000 a month was impossible. Guys, not just probably wouldn't happen. Lawrence, impossible. Where are you at right now? He don't even know, right? He doesn't even know. He's making more. His accountant says, Lawrence, dude, you're making so much money, you got to go spend some of it, man. Go buy a Porsche. Now, Lawrence is not he's not outlandish, right? So, I move into a house and I post it on Facebook and write a blog post about it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Lawrence went and bought this badass Porsche and just nobody even knew about it, right? Whatever. Because, guys, you can do whatever you want. It's about the small victories inside of a Power Network. It's not about the big victories, right? It's about the person who came to the event in San Diego and walked up to somebody and said, I'm going to be your next leader, and somebody said, and it just so happened to be me, it could have been anybody, right? It could have been you, it could have been you, right? It could have been Aaron and Sophia, it could have been Tony, it could have been Vic, it could have been Chris and Chris, it doesn't matter. Looks at somebody and says, I believe in you. And it changes their life, right? So guys, you just don't know the impact that you can have on somebody. You just don't know it. You don't know that when you're swinging a hammer on a construction site and you don't think that you have anything to say, just like Laura doesn't think that she has anything to say. You don't think that you can be on stage in front of 4 or 5 or 6,000 or how many ever people we've got here when it's freaking snowing and flooding outside, sharing your story. You just don't know the impact you can have on somebody, right? If you're in the front row, you should have your poncho because,